Boy, I think those tech issues are kind of hitting here. Hey, quick for the chat, intro laggy? Anything weird with that? Or I don't know if that's just a me thing. What would it look like for you? Okay.
It looked great for me.
Okay.
I think.
I hope it's just for me because it looks like shit. But if everybody else it looks good, whatever. Happy. Just happy. Cool. Welcome to Chart Monkeys, boys. This is the official CyberKong's weekly show. Coming at you live on twitch.tv/Chart Monkeys. You can find us on YouTube too. You can find us on X as well. Chart Monkeys on that side too. First off, go over to CyberKong's on X. Make sure you follow along there. Man, it's feeling spicy out there. Maybe too early to say even spicy, but it's feeling like there's some vibes right now in NFTs. I'll say that. There's some vibes. There's some feels. There's some something going on. I hope you guys are feeling it too. But man, Henry, I don't know if you saw, and this is just before we went live. Are you still with me, Henry? I got you?
Yeah. I'm here.
Whatever it is going on, you guys, again, in the chat, guys, tell me if any of us freeze or whatever. Like for me, a lot is frozen. But if you guys see it, great, then we keep going. Just before we went live here, 30 minutes before, a big old punk sweep, 9 punks. I want to say Henry. Yeah, see, Henry, you show frozen for me. It's weird.
Really?
Yeah. Good look on your face, though. We could keep that. That looks good.
It's so weird. I'm not frozen.
Yeah. And on my screen, I'm not frozen, right? Like I think mine's okay. Okay.
No, you look good.
Okay, and you're unfrozen, so whatever. We'll persevere. It's just what we do. We're professionals here.
Yeah.
Anyway,
show must go on.
$500,000. I think this said 7 CryptoPunks swept, but I think it was actually more. I think that sweep kept going here. Great sign. It's just a great sign. This is not like the start of fucking mania. But then again, when you see a token like Asteroid that exploded this week, you got to start looking for signs like that. A token that goes from 0 to damn near 200 mil in like 2-3 days. You see that, you start seeing what's going on with the punk sweep and what's happening in the Yuga ecosystem. And you just start getting these feels that are popping up all over. And you're like, hey, I know we're not back, but there's a process to get back. And it starts a kind of way, and it starts feeling good, and it starts seeing wins. And I'm just, we might be starting. That's it. Henry, did you keep up with the Asteroid token?
Yeah, I'm in it.
You're in Asteroid?
Yeah. I'm in
it. Dude, okay, tell me when and where. Like, where'd you get in?
No, I got in at like 120.
Okay. All right, you're up. I mean, you're up, which is fucking awesome.
Yeah, I'm up. I don't even know what it's at now. But I didn't go in with any crazy size. I put in like 0.1.
Okay. With what this one can do, and we'll quickly review what it is and where maybe it can go, but what this is looks maybe special. And it was just great to see one of those wins. It's not one of those things that was like, hey, some people 2x'd or 3x'd. This was one of those things that some guys did like 100x or a 500x or something stupid. There's stories out there of guys who turned $500 into like 1.4 mil, and maybe a guy who maybe made, I don't know, 2.5 mil on the token. And the story is sad, and the story is also disgusting on the Solana side. This is an ETH meme coin, but it's a great fucking story. Here you go. Here's somebody who, what did he do? 1.17 mil in profits on this bad boy.
Damn.
His position going in $575. So a 2,000x return for that man. Here's somebody else. Is it maybe the same person? I don't know. 575 to 1 mil plus. A lot of stories like that. $325 up to almost 600,000. And this is all for people happening over like a day or 2 days. It's just incredible to see. Now, again, it's an ETH coin. The Solana shitheads. I like Solana, but like it's such a shitty ecosystem. Of course, they got their vampire attack. It's the PvP thing. So they launched a Solana Asteroid coin that at its peak gets to 7 mil. It's got shit on the ETH coin, right? The ETH coin's the big one. Solana wants to get in that. They couldn't do anything. 7 mil was its peak. So rest in peace, Solana trenches. I hope they're cooked, dude. I hope people like reject that shit now. Mainnet, baby. I saw a story though of one guy. Okay. Bought a whole bunch of tokens, and he bought it real early. The day before it exploded, and it exploded because of a specific thing I'll show in a quick second. The day before it exploded, he sold his tokens at a small loss.
Oh no.
Had he not sold, his couple $100 in would have been 7 figures. You know, it would have been $1 million, it would have been $2 million. It was something like that. He sold one day early and lost on that. And that shit is just, what do you do? Like, what do you do if that's you? Like, how much do you hate yourself and how much do you hate the crypto gods? And like, how do you recover from that? Because you don't get that chance often at all. I've never had that. I've never had one of those things where if I had it, I'd be up 2 million, but I've never had that. Imagine you get that for the first time and you missed it by hours because you sold. Fuck, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's round tripping just with a quicker time frame, right?
Sad.
Yeah, that sucks a little bit, but yeah, that sucks a lot actually.
Sucks a lot.
But whatever. You know, there'll be another. There will be another. And you just hang on. You just fucking hang on to this retarded space as long as you can, because you just never know when that thing is going to happen.
Yeah. Hopefully for that person. I don't normally give a shit if somebody plays something wrong or right or whatever. But I hope for that person. That's so brutal. I hope they get another chance at a big play like that. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But the story here is there's this girl. Do we have her name in here?
Liv.
Liv. Okay.
Liv Parado. Yeah.
There it is. Okay. Liv had cancer. And she had this like wish of like chatting with Elon Musk and like interviewing him. And she wrote out these questions. And I guess like they had like a date where he had agreed to like do this interview, and she was too tired. She couldn't do it. So she couldn't do it. She had her questions written down, couldn't make it. And then she passed away like the next day. So she never got the interview. Glenn Beck ended up interviewing, I believe, the mom, and they were able to put her questions out there. And like, it's a beautiful story. Elon Musk ends up like answering all the questions, and it's a lot of, just kind of like they're fun questions, right? Do you plan on opening up another like Tesla cafe, right? Where's your favorite place in Japan? Stuff like that. But the big question was, hey, I have this mascot, this dog, and its purpose is to test or to let you know when you're in zero gravity. She's like, would you make this the mascot of SpaceX? And he answered yes to that. And what was so cool here is, man, if we were dialed in, and I think we all saw this early, I just think a lot of us didn't have belief the space could do this right now. But like when you saw something like that, Elon Musk is on the hook, and he actually replied earlier that he would answer that question, that we should have probably gone really hard on that coin, because you don't see those come up too often. He was going to answer. Elon Musk, he's the kind of guy who would probably say yes to something like that. I am kicking myself for not trading, for not buying a bag, but TLDR again, he said yes. Sent that coin again from 0 to 25 mil in like hours, and then from 25-ish mil to 190 mil in like an instant, in a matter of minutes, maybe an hour or two, and huge win. And now the speculation is, and I would assume this happens, does it get a Binance listing? And are we at the point where we could see a $1 billion market cap coin? I don't feel like we are, but if that happens, then it speaks to where we're at as a space now, that maybe we're back, and very early back, but maybe we're back. I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. I'm not in it. I'm watching. And I always say, man, I'm good missing the first big thing. I'm good missing it. I need to see proof that we are where we are. And I haven't seen it yet. This is the first one where I'm like, well, shit, we might be there. We might. Let's see.
Yeah. It's a nice indicator with other things that are going on as well, to kind of back up the thesis that like, okay, there's a little bit of life in NFTs right now. But like I'm super cautious with any of this, that like a little bit of life in NFTs is weeks and not months. But dude, it's just good to see no matter what it is. What's funny is like for once, I'm happy to see Yuga doing well right now. I'm not like those I'm not at all. I'm like, no, it's good. Like I'm just, I may shit talk the space because I think most of this stuff is dumb, but it's good to see. Like, it's good to see. And if they're happy, then I'm happy for them. But the asteroid story is great, dude. It's a great story, and it's nice to have a meme coin with a good story behind it. Kind of reminds me of like Peanut. Like that was a good story.
Leave it to the Solana shitheads. Awful fucking community. And I mean, you guys know what I'm talking about. You know when I'm not talking about like the real good guys, because a lot of people here will trade on Solana. Like it's not you guys, but you know who I'm talking about. The like the scummy fucking all that matters is the token at all costs, and let's like fucking mislead and hack and whatever. So I don't know if you saw, Henry, but they hacked the girl's mom's account.
Oh Lord.
They hacked her account and they got her to like, it was her ex account. And somehow I think they were able to get her to claim the fees for a token they launched on like that Bags app, making it look like the mom's now involved and stuff. And it's just like, we're that fucked up that this woman, her daughter just died. And now she has to deal with the nonsense of crypto and like the worst of this space. You know how bad it gets. Well, she had to deal with that shit because people are so greedy to make whatever, they're $5 or 100, or if it's 5, that you're so greedy for that, you're going to torment this lady who's already going through hell.
Yeah.
That's Solana, dude, and that sucks.
I don't know who I think actually hands down the worst community in like crypto is ordinal losers. I think they're the worst. That post yesterday I put out about epic. The comments were just filled with losers, with just complete and utter fucking losers, pores. That one.
Did they delete the post?
Oh, they must have.
Yeah, fuck them.
But dude, look at like the amount of people that are like, you're one to talk, ruggers, Kongs being ruggers. I'm like, man, are you guys this retarded? Like, yes, I know that is obviously what it is, but like we literally airdropped 21,000 ordinals for free. We gave out the rune for free. We tried to do something with the retarded tech over there with runes, and then everybody is just like ruggers, scammers, grifters. Like, you guys are unreal.
It's a lot of low IQ. It's just a lot of low IQ out there. Never forget that. And I get reminded of it. Sometimes you get these posts out there that are like, this is your favorite influencer. And it's just like the biggest piece of shit, like basement troll kind of thing. And that's what a lot of them are. I didn't see these comments before. These people they're not serious people. They're not serious people. You can't even compare them where Epic was a scam. I think it was a scam.
Yeah, they were literally raising money behind the scenes with all of these promises for CEX listings, marketing, etc., and they did none of it. They did none of it. They did nothing.
I bought into the pre-sale.
Yeah, me too.
I'm out.
Me too. It's like, no, that's a rug. That's a rug when people are selling something direct to people and then they're just straight up not doing anything that they said they were going to do.
Tickle, XBT, is he the one behind Epic now? I think that's the case. I think it's XBT who like has now a track record of, if that's the guy, dirty stuff that is straight up scams. There was like the AI XCB thing as well. It's scams. It is scams. It is what it is, but stay far away from that fucking thing, whatever it is. I mean, if you've got tokens and this pumps your bags, great. Would love at least some kind of happy end to the story, but I don't see it. And that shit should be called out more, and we're not great at that. Just as a space, we're not great at calling out the stuff when we've got bags or exposure, and it's going to be good for us if it does play out a certain way. We're a little more quiet. We're like willing to tolerate some of the shitty stuff if it works out for us, and we shouldn't be like that. If something's like super sus, it should be called out.
Agreed.
So fuck this XTB dude. And these guys, get them out. Vibes though, dude. Oh, dude, I actually tweeted, I don't know, just before the show. And I've been saying this for months. And I've said it here on the show. I've said it to anybody who's watching any of my streams here, that I think NFTs are in the best spot they've been in for years. I mean that, like years, since like the tippity top of ordinals, and like that stuff was great. It was fun. But like the past 5 or 6 months, and I'm trying to think what was going on like December. There was stuff December that was feeling good. But from then, I've just told people, I'm like, dude, you got to pay attention, because like, I know it's not exciting. I know it's not big wins. I know we're not like where we were, but I'm like, volume as low as it is, it feels really good, because the people who are in here are collecting because they enjoy collecting, and they're trading because there's trades to be made and they're making money. And I'm like, if this is the bottom here, if this is the foundation, it's a great foundation. It's about as like real, pure, like organic as I've seen in NFTs, maybe since like early 21. It's that. Just the guys are in this thing, and it's like they feel like it is something special still. It feels great, and I'm like, if this is the foundation, this is like the bare minimum of people you'll have in there, and the quality of like not all the projects launching, but some of them launching are good, and expectations are low. Just all around, it's a good spot. So you have that going on. You now have hype returning to the Bored Ape ecosystem, which I love. And I've been all over the place with Bored Apes, like from really disliking what they're doing, always liking the team, always liking people building and trying, even if you're misstepping. I like seeing teams try. They're cooking with fire now, I think, here. So Return to Monkeys, like the rallying cry here. And this comes after Garga is now stepping down as CEO, announced last week. No longer CEO of Yuga Labs. He's now stepping in a way up. I think it's an upward move. He's now chairman of the board. It's always a weird position, right? Chairman's more like I can do less, but it's also kind of like it's top dog, right? It's above CEO, chairman of the board.
I mean, yeah, I kind of look at this as like the step before he leaves.
Yeah.
So like to me, it's like he may be bored with it. Bored. You see how I got that in there? He's chairman of the board,
shit.
and he's no. Yeah, I'm not bullish on this news, but I think it's great that retarded people are. Oh my gosh, Garga step. Like, no, Garga was the thing that kind of gave some people some hope in this.
Yes.
Now we got a dude I've never even fucking heard of, which is fine. Like, obviously the apes are happy with it, so it's all good. But I kind of am looking at this as like Garga's chilling. Gordon's nowhere to be found, right? And Garga, take this role before you kind of like exit, and fine.
Yeah, I was when I first saw that, it worried me because I'm like, well, they only are on the right track again because of Garga. Like, he was killing it. He like all the right decisions when he took back over. So I'm like, M-Figgy, I don't know anything about him. I just have to trust that the guys he worked closely with, like Garga, and they're vouching for him, and they say he's the guy for the job. I'm going to take their word for it because all I've seen the past 6 months is them doing the right stuff. But Garga now, as chairman, he says that opens him up to just be creative. He can be the idea guy. Right? He can write, he can figure out directions, stuff like that. And then Figgy executes for him. And apparently he's a killer at executing. So maybe they've now got the right people in all the right positions to take this thing to whatever that next level is, or flesh out the thing that is working right now, which is the focus on the community, the focus on the IRL events, and just bring back the vibes to Bored Apes, which will kind of buoy the rest of the space. It will, or I hope it will. It's more that I hope it will, and I can see how it could.
I was having a conversation yesterday with Homeless about it, and I think part of the problem with the image of Web3 is like, dude, the thing is, like, yes, Yuga is a club. I'm not even hating on Yuga, by the way. I'm happy for Yuga. I'm happy to see apes running, like all of that. I'm not actually upset or anything like that. It's good for them. It's good for the space. But the thing is, I still don't think anybody looking into this, unless the world is just filled with douchebags, it is probably, to me, like one of the douchiest clubs you could be in. Like, I wouldn't go to a Bored Ape hangout and be like, oh, it's crypto bros, and it's really fucking lame shit. So I kind of think what they're relying on right now is sort of the pump that they get from the idea that this clubhouse is going to be something major. I don't see that. I really don't see it. I still think it's way too early for any of that to matter. And again, like, now you own a clubhouse. Now you got to run a clubhouse. You just took on a business, and maybe they'll be successful at it. But I don't know that it's a club that's like crazy appealing to a lot of people. But again, I'm not shit talking it. That's just how I see it. I just keep looking at the directions, even like, Pudgies with the IRL meetup at the aquarium with OpenSea. And I'm just like, man, I think these clubs are really misguided in what the direction this shit should be going in. This stuff is just pure degeneracy. That's all this space is. So until I can get like comfortable in my head thinking that the things we thought in 21, which by the way is what this stuff is, right? The idea of like, oh, dude, it's access to the club, and they're going to be Sven. We are going to move on and chill V1s until it gets to the point where like I feel like any of this shit matters. And keep in mind, like Kong spent a lot of money at I mean, we fucking partied with FaZe Clan at the FaZe warehouse in LA. We did some of this cool shit. It doesn't fucking matter. It matters to your people. It matters to your people. But like, I don't know that anybody on the outside is like, got to get one of these because of that. It's cool if your people think it's a good spend of your money to like throw parties that cost a lot. But I still just think like this is all like, okay, it's cool. It's cool. It's not, I don't think it moves the needle long term. It is moving the needle for apes right now. You know, yeah, dude, we had Blondish. We had Blondish DJing our fucking rooftop party in Manhattan. Like we did some shit. And the thing is, like, in the end, when that stuff's over, then everybody still is like, when? What's the thing? What's the thing we're doing? But I'm happy to see it kind of play out. And I still think it's early. I sorry, going on a branch here, but like,
it's good.
You know, when we were I was talking with Homeless yesterday about it for like an hour and a half or so. We weren't shit talking. We're just like talking about it. I'm like, dude, you still can't convince me that the market of pudgy penguins that they're going after, you know, kids for plushies, like that's not the market that cares about any of the stuff we're doing. And like, if you're a parent and your kid loves this penguin, do you care that there's a blockchain thing associated with it? No. And if you even were dumb enough to go on OpenSea to see what one of these things cost, you'd be like, what's the point? But you know what's so weird, tying this back into to Sven with his amazing V1 take. Let's shill the bags. By the way, I got back in. I think you saw that.
I fucking am so pumped you got in, and they're up quite a bit. You know, when CryptoPunks run, V1's right behind them.
Okay, so the disconnect in my mind is I can look at something like this, and I'm like, this is us. Like punks are us. Punks are part of this culture. V1 punks are part of it for kind of obvious reasons. They don't do anything. They don't do anything. They're just straight up cool collectibles with a story and a history. And that's the thing where I'm like, well, how can I justify spending 1.88 ETH on a V1 punk and then talk about how none of it matters? I think part of the reason is because they're not doing anything. They don't need to. Mm-hmm. And there's something about that I really fucking like, that it's just like, no, it's a collectible. They're not trying to pretend that it's something that it's not.
Well, like, look at, let me see if I can find it in time. Logan Paul bought a couple more, like just top tier collectibles. IRL, like not crypto related at all, right? He got a One Piece manga. I think he got two and a Dragon Ball Z. These are like some grails of the grails. And this, like, I saw that and I'm like, guys, man, you just can't be bearish on NFTs in the long run. In the long run, like, collectors are going to collect, and at some point, some of these NFTs, some very fucking few, could have a future like that kind of thing. I still believe that, and to me, it's CryptoPunks out of all that has the chance at being, you know, that thing, the big boy CryptoPunks collection. You know.
Yep.
But you see this stuff, and for me, instantly, I'm bullish on collectibles. Period. And NFTs. The best shit, they're collectibles. That's it.
I think this other stuff just tries really hard to make it something different. The clubhouse in Miami, the millions that are probably spent on that. It's like, and at least maybe with the apes, I can at least with the apes, I can make sense of that, right? Like you're building a clubhouse for the boys and girls in your club that are adults that would use the clubhouse and get benefits from it. I can't get there with Pudgies. Pudgies just feels like a thing that just doesn't matter at all, no matter what they've thrown at the wall. The only people that really give a shit about it are the people in it. And I'm happy to be wrong on all of it, by the way.
That's what I like about your takes. Like, you've got these good, strong takes, and you're like, maybe it doesn't play out that way. Maybe you do. Like, right. I love that you're always open. You know,
I'm not going to, like, if somebody comes back to me in 6 months or 18 months, they're like, you were fucking wrong, Henry. Like, I'll be like, no, I wasn't wrong. I'm right until I'm wrong. And when I'm wrong, I will say that I was wrong and that it finally did play out for this moment in time. And I'll be happy for those people. I I still just don't see it. But dude, maybe I'm not early enough in my vision to like actually see why any of this stuff, why that kind of stuff matters for the type of money that's being tossed at it.
Yep. Yeah. I like it. Yuga's got this new OTC desk that they announced that they were going to build, and they have built it already. This is actually really, really smart, right? You've got a whole bunch of grails out there. You've seen this too, like, right? You go and you see a collection, you want to grab something, think even a V1 Punk, and man, I would love that one, or I would love that one. I have no idea who the guy is, how to get it, whatever. Like, can't even throw an offer at it because I don't think that person's active. Projects building out their own, like, what is it? Like, middleman kind of service that helps place you with something. I love that. I love that you could launch this Grails OTC desk, right? So it's great for them to capture some royalties on big sales, which, by the way, there was like a 75 ETH sale of like a golden Bored Ape this week. It's great. Like, Yuga's, their batting average the past season's really good. Really good. I think they're very much on the right track. And then, like, last point on them, and I think it's a fair point from Maki or whatever, but with Adam Weitzman and Gaio Siri still in Bored Apes, like, don't be surprised when, and I think to me it's a when, to see like all those big names, the celebrities, those guys come back in. The second something is cool again, the second you see how quickly things can turn around, the second it's cool again, I believe fully those guys come back. And I think there could be a swing. NFTs, whether it's Bored Apes or whatever, NFTs are going to get very, very fucking cool and trendy again. And I think at some point, Ordinals are going to catch a lot of that. A lot of that.
Ordinals.
I think so. Dude.
Okay.
I think so.
Real quick, welcome Rarebo and Hungry Bird. We got a lot of Kong showing up today.
Yeah.
Funny thing to like just what you're talking about with like the Grails thing with Yuga. I've had somebody in my DMs that like I know, just through the space that asked me about buying a Gen Kong via fiat because like for accounting purposes, like he can't use crypto from his business to buy. He's a collector. And I thought it was just interesting because I've not been, I know that might sound scammy when you say it, like he's not a scammer. He just, he's in the US. His accountant won't allow him to like buy crypto to be able to buy things for his collection. He's got to use fiat. And I said, well, just use OpenSea. Like they have their payment rails for being able to do that. And he had said like, oh, that's super glitchy. Like it doesn't really work. And anyway, all of that to say like what they're doing with Grails, and I think being able to make things a little bit easier to be able to buy things would be good. But it's interesting to even be approached on wanting to buy an NFT with fiat, even though it like kind of goes against what you typically feel like buy ETH. That's how we transact. It's a good sign in the market that there's some conviction out there and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Big
yeah.
time.
Yeah, great take, Henry. Great take.
I love it. But I love it because I think people do want this stuff. And even if they don't want it and they want to just buy it because they feel market's going to go up and they just want to make some money on it, I think those opportunities are coming. And I don't think the parabolic time is here. And I don't think that's here maybe even this year. And I don't know about next year. I don't know if it's a this cycle thing, but in fact, I almost hope that it doesn't play out this cycle because I think the longer you let it drag out, just the more explosive it can be next time around when it actually does play out. So I don't know. I feel great about NFTs, dude. I just do.
Yeah. I'm coming around a little bit in this last week to like seeing a little bit of hope in it. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah. And to your point, like, I don't need it to be right now. I think people underestimate sometimes what like 5+ years in the space does to your soul. You know what I mean? And especially when you're on the front lines of it, when you're catching shit for everything you do or you don't do. Probably one of the reasons Garga wants to be in the boardroom instead of the CEO. Like it's as Homeless and I were talking yesterday, it is fucking possible. It's impossible when you look at like, okay, let's say Bored Apes, Azuki, Doodles, Pudgies, Punks are in their own category, but I'm going to include this in the conversation. Essentially 5 projects, right? That sort of are household names for anybody in NFTs. 5. You've got some like Mad Lads and Kongs and Neo. You have some of these niche outliers, right? But if you're talking who are the mainstays that like everybody knows, it's those 5 out of tens of thousands of them, literally tens of thousands. So the success rate is essentially, I mean, Tickles could help us on the percentage, but it's essentially none. The success rate is almost near fucking zero.
Yeah.
So that's the thing that makes me still feel like the space is cooked, because like, yeah, you can talk about 5 to 25 projects that have some sort of, motion behind them, but the majority just don't. And when I say it's like impossible, it's really fucking tough to think of the things that keep people engaged, entertained, etc. So,
Yep.
And Sven, it's not that I'm a bear. I'm just trying to be very realistic about everything that's happening, and I'm just trying to play the game a little bit different. Also, I am a bear. Yeah, I am, but that's
it's
okay.
fine to be bearish when it's bearish out there. And Henry is going to go flip bull when it's bullish out there. He's being very reasonable with all the takes.
Yeah.
I think it's totally fair, totally good takes. Dude, nice to see as well. All-time high sale on a Skull of Lucy, 166 ETH.
Oh. Do we know how many got lost from Nifty Gateway?
Not yet, and that's a good reminder. There's maybe not even 24 hours left to get your shit off. And Coldy had put out a post, and he's like, guys, there's going to be some really interesting supply shock when all is said and done, because he's tracking his collections there, and he's like, dude, you'd be shocked at how many NFTs have not migrated over. And I tried to migrate some over just to, just cause. And it's throwing me all kinds of errors where I can't even get them out. And I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna. And I might regret it, because one of these things, like Trevor Jones has a collection there. It's like a 60,000 edition collection, but I imagine like 30,000 of those, or maybe 40, maybe 50,000 of them never come over. And all of a sudden you're looking at a 10K collection that I'll be kicking myself if I don't have one of them when I did. So, oh, interesting. Migrated one, got an error 2 weeks later, was in your wall. Okay, so maybe I just need to push all the way through. Okay. All right. Keep pushing. Anyway, 166 ETH sale. Same person bought the corresponding Mask of Lucy too. People are gearing up, and I imagine if somebody did that, maybe behind the scenes there's some talk of Sam Spratt gearing up for his next whatever, masquerade thing or whatever it is, and that's a thing. If you can afford it, you do not want to miss. I
want one.
Oh, they're so good. They're so good.
Sven, buy me one. Sven, just one day surprise me, okay?
Does Sven got that kind of motion? I don't want to dox his bag, so no.
I mean, I would. You know what? He's a almost like how Coco was a quiet collector. He's not out there on the timeline shit talking, and he says no to that. And like, he's a truthful guy. But like, if Sven wants to buy stuff, Sven can buy stuff.
Yeah, I like that.
You know what I mean? That's a good way. That's a good. And he's a dude. I think he's been a V1 punk holder. Sven, correct me if I'm wrong. 21, 22. You got in pretty early, and he holds. Wow. He collects. He's not much of a.
He's like us.
He's like us.
I like that, dude. We got Richard back in the space. He took like a 2-year, 3-year break from crypto Twitter. And like, I don't care about the personalities much, but I'm watching for the signs. I'm just watching for the signs. Are we slowly building that foundation up even a little higher? And we are. When you're seeing the collections prices starting to come up, when you see the coins, like a coin go to 200 mil, when you see a guy like Richard come back, I'm like, okay, doesn't mean we're back, but we're starting to get the pieces in place for us to be back. So that was one of those things I definitely noticed. And then when things are feeling right, projects start firing some of their bullets, things they've been building and working on, and you got to do it at the right time. Otherwise it doesn't move the needle. So GVC launched this thing. What is it called? The Playground. It's like an AI thing. I don't want to say it's like the Doodles AI thing, but it is certainly a creative tool, an AI creative tool for the community, which I just love. I love people feeling what we're feeling, that it's the right time to test this market and put some pressure and see if we can get some market action going here, which is great. Dude, airdrops though, there was a Punk token airdropped this week to Punk holders. Did really, really well at first too. I think it hit like a 10 mil market cap, and I think it's essentially dead now, but That's the kind of shit we want to see. Money given out. Just give out some money. Feed people. Let's see what happens from there. OMB's hit another block. So that's now their second block in like 3 months, maybe 6 months.
Okay. Wait, was this the one that they got earlier this week or end of last week?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
That's cool.
Very, very fucking cool to see that. Again, we're just building like more lore and story and more blocks in that foundation, at least for this this time around. Jared from Subway's back. I don't think that means shit.
Wait,
by
he's
the
out
way.
of prison?
I think he's out of prison, dude. And
No
he's
way.
yeah.
I thought he got like life or something. Jared?
Yeah, I thought he had good time, but no, he's
Trump let him out.
maybe that's it. Yeah, maybe that's it. But he's back. He's trading Solana coins.
He's not out of
trying
jail.
to get. He's not.
No, he's serving a 15-year expected release date March of 2029.
So is this not really him?
Can't be. He got jailed assassin from like kiddie porn stuff.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought that was real. I guess not.
Must be a different Jared.
Hang on. Let's grok it. Is this real? And no, it's not. God damn it.
Yeah.
They got me.
Okay. Hey, can't win them all.
They got me. All right. Moving on. Nouns DAO. Just going to hit a couple other things that are just like good stories. This is not a good story, by the way, but the Nouns DAO has been taken over. Some guys like got enough voting power now where they can change. They can rewrite the rules of the Nouns DAO however they want. They control it now. And boy, people are not happy about that. I think the auctions for nouns are going to basically kind of stop. There's going to be daily burns of nouns. They're going to prevent new buyers and votes, and they're going to maintain some kind of like they're going to prop up the floor in a way here too by not increasing supply basically of nouns in a way. And I know people from that ecosystem are bummed about it because it's taken over. But
that's
whatever,
a project I never got into. You know what I mean? Kabbalah. I don't know. There was something about noun. I don't know. I like this. I think that's fun.
I think that's a feature, not a bug to a DAO. So if somebody can like play the thing to the point where they can, own the DAO, I like it. Sure. I love the fuckery. Foundation drama this week, right? So the Foundation marketplace, Black Dove was supposed to come in and buy it and take it over and basically relaunch it or launch their own product. And it was so much drama. This whoever is behind the Black Dove account, total shithead, tweeting from the Foundation account, tweeting from their own account, talking about how the deal ultimately fell through because Foundation is an ass platform. And I think that's true. I think it is ass, but just so much drama around that thing. And everybody's like, good riddance. We don't need you. We don't want you in this space anymore. And, I think Foundation now officially done. So
we don't need them either.
We don't need them. What you do need, I'm going to show real quick. What you do need is to make sure your NFTs are backed up because Foundation gone, Nifty Gateway now going to be gone. FX Hash is up now. They were offline for a day or two last week, and I'm like, yikes, man. And it got me thinking again. Fuck, how many of my NFTs are not on IPFS and they're not on chain? And I'm like, I know we talk about that often enough, at least in the NFT community. You do from time to time. You hear that, that. I built a tool, dude, that you can check all your NFTs and you can actually back them up. You can pin them to IPFS. Really fucking cool. I did it with our product, our Ethos Swarm Mines. You can give it your wallet address or your OpenSea profile. And I told it, hey, find my top 10 most valuable NFTs and tell me their status, right? So it goes in here and it finds, I think I gave it like, I picked out 10 like select things. That's what I did. I did a couple versions of it, but it looked at my avatars, properly told me it's fully on chain, totally safe. Don't need to do shit. Found the Rarible, my FERC NFT, I think that I made, and it told me it's IPFS, but right, if somebody's not paying the bill, it can go bye-bye. So I can through this thing now go pin them to IPFS. I can just say pin this to IPFS and it does it, which is fucking awesome. So a great way to secure your NFTs. I learned too, and this is not new to me, but it didn't like stick in my head, our data NFTs, right? Oh yeah. Love those things. Well, look, the images are on IPFS, but the metadata is not. And it's so backwards. The metadata is on AWS. So if they ever don't pay their AWS bill, well, there goes the metadata. Poof. I think that then kills the link to the image that's on IPFS. Really weird.
Terrible.
Really fucking weird. So there's nothing you can do to fix that, right? Like, I don't think they can either. They can't change the NFT. That's pretty fucked. So, but get some insight into your NFTs, back them up, save them. You can launch a mine. It's on a mine.ai. It's definitely worth doing. It really, really is. Rest of the market, again,
oh my gosh, BTC is almost 79.
Dude, it hit 79. And this is why, like, just getting kind of optimistic about it, right?
Okay.
Yeah, ETH is almost 2,400.
Okay.
Solana at almost $90 for Solana. Like, something's happening.
Yeah,
something's happening. Crime is happening. Yeah, but you know, I know a lot of guys see this and they're still saying, no, we're going lower. We're going lower soon. And I'm like, it could be. And if I were a betting man, I probably would bet that. But also, I don't know. Everything's just fucking chaos, and who knows with this war stuff. And I especially think this is the dreamer in me thinks that we are heading to, in the next 5-10 years, not this doomsday thing people think is going to happen, but instead it's more like one of the most beautiful periods we've seen of like, you know, and I talk about back to like IRL, back to just doing cool shit in IRL. So many things automated away, just more free time, all that. And I'm like, I think it's going to surprise people that we have a period where it's just, slower, more calm, more real, more personal connections, more of that stuff. And
you know something? I've been watching a documentary on Antarctica. It's interesting. You know, it's not really owned by anyone, right? Antarctica is just like this uninhabited continent. But the countries that have bases there, and I don't mean like military installations, but like their scientific outposts, for a long time, they all get along. And they talk about like these people love it there. And they're just like, we get along there. They get along. They help each other. They get together with each other. And you have all these countries from across the world where everybody just is able to kind of figure it out. And they kind of know that time is short-lived, like that it will come to an end, because once you get government, military, actually what they pointed to is the commercialization of it. Like they know the commercialization of this is going to happen, the corporation of it, the people looking for oil resources, etc.
Yeah.
But it's kind of, I don't know, that wasn't the focus of the documentary, but it was like this thing that I just kept thinking, like, it's amazing when you extract that other fuckery. Because I always thought it's just innate in human nature to hate each other. It's actually all this other stuff that just kind of fucks it all up. So
it's like
I hope we see
astronauts go to space and they realize how fucking stupid it is that we fight about anything. It's like so stupid. Okay. And then I remember when the 6-7 meme got real big and I would see people at games, the whole audience like cheers at once and celebrates. And I go like, dude, that to me is such a big sign that that's what people really want. They want to be connected to each other and they want to have fun together and fuck any beef you have. Like people do want that. And then I saw a story this week, you know, reporting on like, this is an older story when George W. Bush shared like a mint with Michelle Obama. And just the connection they had. And it was just talking about how like people want that. They want to see that these two sides actually don't hate each other. And like he was viral from that. And it's like, to me, that's what it is. Humans at our core want to not fight. We want to have fun. We want things to be good. And what's keeping us from that shit? That's the part I don't get and I don't know and I hate it. But people want the good vibes.
Speaking of good vibes, do you think we could talk a little Kong before we go?
Yeah, boy.
I mean, we might as well, because we're talking about how everybody's up, and let's talk about how Kong is down, right? Really,
Kong token.
Yeah, we did our season 1 distribution last Friday. By the way, hats off to Sven and Felix, because like what a lot of people don't know is like behind the scenes when you're trying to do distribution, airdrops, claims, whatever, there's just all these things that have to tie into each other and the UI and just like everything, right? Everything on the smart contracts. And it went down flawlessly. Sven did just a great job on it. I had thought that we would see the chart dive down 50%. It didn't really go down 50%. We obviously had a lot of people sell. It's normal when you're going to have an airdrop, but we got season 1 supply out. I think that leaves about 20% of the total supply, about another 200 million or so tokens to get distributed in season 2. which we already have points accruing right now for Kong staking. So anyway, season 2, we're still thinking out the like how we're going to do season 2. Like it won't be exactly like season 1 where it was badges, etc. But yeah, Kong went down. I don't mean in price, like it happened. And right now we're focused on Legions. That's going to be the next update. I think what we're gunning for is the season that starts Friday morning UTC. So we have a new season of DEATHSTR that starts I don't know, in 3 hours or so, and that will run until, well, that'll be the season that starts Friday essentially.
Okay.
The season that starts today will end Friday morning, and I think that's when we're going to shoot to launch the Legions. So,
oh, badass! Have you given like a like in depth like what Legions is?
Well, yeah, we kind of have the TLDR's Legions is pools. So essentially, you won't need, as a DEATHSTR holder, you don't need to pay attention and vote every round. You'll be able to join somebody's pool, and basically your contribution of your tokens to the pool basically makes the pool the size of all the participants in the pool, right? So your raffle wins percentage is larger, combining everybody's tokens, and then you split the ARB opportunity between the people in the pool, and it's all proportional to what you have in the pool. So did that sound way too lengthy? Did that make sense?
No, well, I because I know enough about it, it makes total sense to me, which is badass.
If you have 100,000 tokens right now and you commit it to the pool, you are a fraction of however many tokens are committed to the pool, right? Now you could join up with somebody who's got 10 million tokens or a million, let's say. Or let's say he has 900,000 tokens, you have 100,000. Now you have 1 million tokens together in the pool. He represents 90%, you represent 10%. And if you win, you get your proportional rewards from that win.
Yeah, that's badass.
It doesn't fix volume, because the protocol relies on volume in order for the opportunities. But if we get a frothy market, and if people start wanting to get into something that's sort of a little DeFi oriented, then I think it's a great improvement to the DEATHSTR protocol.
And then you still have this other thing coming too, right? Like
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we have this other thing coming, and this other thing is like, it's another protocol that feeds into DEATHSTR, and I think I'm going to start talking about it more, maybe even next week. I just want to make sure that some of the fundamentals of it stay exactly where we think it's going to stay, but it'll take sort of what we think are the best parts of DEATHSTR and gamify some of it more. Gamify some of it more, combine it with an NFT, and just do some things that ultimately do feed back into DEATHSTR. But we always said from the beginning, like, if this thing is successful, we'd love to be able to go with multiple chains, and so this is still that idea. This is still that idea. Like, it feeds in, but it's different. I'll message more, but I think, it's all about, like, if you look at the problems with DEATHSTR, it's about like velocity. All of these things are about velocity, right? Like, how much volume do you get to get the flywheel going? And then maybe you don't want to deplete the flywheel so quickly. Maybe you want to be able to like space things out a little bit. Maybe you want to gamify things a little bit more. And so that's what this new thing will be. And I think it's fun. And I don't think it takes away from DEATHSTR. I think it adds to DEATHSTR. I think it's a net positive, and I think it'll be fun. And I like the direction we're going with the theme of it. I just think, again, I'll start getting a little bit more, I don't want to say pumpy, but like a little bit more explanatory on it. We wanted to get through Kong. Now we're launching Legions, and then we will be able to work on this next thing kind of like full time, so we can get this thing out soon.
Yep, badass. I got to claim my Kong still, and I'm rolling the baby. I'm rolling him. I was holding off to see if there was any like talk about more traits coming in, but I'm rolling that baby. I can't fucking wait. 120, 30,000 Kong ready for it. I can't wait.
Yeah, I like I would anticipate at some point there will be new traits. I'm not promising it, but like that's a Mio thing. I'd love to see some new traits in there. I know people would like to see traits in there. So like, yeah, you know, I don't think there's any rush. If you want to wait and see if new traits come, because usually if a trait comes, we retire others. So you could kind of play that either way, you know. But yeah, I think all in all, for an intra ecosystem update, I think Kong went well. I'm not going to pretend like, you know, oh my gosh, we slayed it, boys. It's like we did what we said we were going to do. And now we just keep working on more things to try to bring some fun into the community.
Yeah, boy. I mean, you fed some people, you gave people some tokens so they can roll their babies. It's like, what more do you want? That's what I want. That's what, you know, the Kong's lovers want. You crushed it.
Can I mention one more thing? I just wanted to bring up Sammy, our boy Sammy. There was a CTO of the project Bad Frogs, and Sammy and some other guys took over Bad Frogs. I'm not trying to pump Bad Frogs, but I like Sammy. I like to support Sammy. He supports so many people. So I'm like, you know what? I just want to put it out there. Sammy is part of the team of Bad Frogs. The floor's up. You know, I think it was down to like 0.005 not long ago. They're up at 0.02. I know they're trying to do this anvil thing. Again, I have bags in Bad Frogs, so just be aware, like I'm pumping my own bags, but not really trying to pump my own bags. I just like Sammy does a lot for people, so I just want to throw it out there that Sammy is now part of this. And like, you know, I'm sure the floor price has gone up because some of those guys have swept the floor, but it's you know, it's just something to know for a guy that's supported a lot of people in the space.
He's a good dude. I need to grab one. Just I support Sammy, right? So
I think we're going to be doing a giveaway in Kongs here for some, because Sammy wanted to donate some to give away to Kong. So pay attention in Wall Street Kongs, and we'll be doing, I think, a giveaway for some like baby or gens in Wall Street Kongs. Then we'll do some for stakers.
Love it, dude. Love it. GG Sammy. That's awesome. Awesome. Good shit. Okay, I'm going to blitz through a couple things and then on to bullish bearish. I'll do this real quick, but just again, other things that keep me like optimistic. I'm feeling very just feeling good about this space right now. Kevin Warsh in his like, this isn't the confirmation hearings, I don't think, maybe it is, but says crypto is now part of the US financial system. We know that, but you just love to hear it from a guy like that who's about to be our next Fed chair. Michael Saylor, or I should say Strategy, bought $2.5 billion worth of Bitcoin this week. That may, I don't know, dude. It's like, I just think, you know, his conviction is something else. But I don't think he'd be buying that if he didn't have like very, like, just know what's coming. Just know what's coming, which is awesome. I like hearing Kobe, like, kind of bullish on this space too, just talking about how, you know, with what's coming to crypto, a lot of that maybe not priced in yet, just that there's some exciting stuff still ahead of us. He believes there is. I do too. I think we've got mania coming here, and it's not now, but in years we are going to see mania again. I'm just so pumped for it. We had the AAVE hack. We won't talk about that today, maybe next week, because that was a big deal, and DeFi is in a way struggling because of it. It's not great. We got the tariff refunds happening, which fuck the government. The tariff refunds are going to the companies that raised the prices, who passed on these higher costs to you. Who gets the rebate? Who gets the refund? Not you, not the person who paid more. The company who maybe paid a little more but passed on most of the cost to you. It's all fucked. Fuck these guys, man.
It's terrible.
It's just ridiculous,
Yeah,
and like expected at this point. Let's hit some bullish bearish.
Yeah.
Bullish bearish, bullish bearish, bullish bearish, bullish bearish, bullish bearish, bullish bearish, bullish bearish.
All right, I gotta reshare so people can hear. So, boom, 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 boom. Okay. Hopefully no echo here, but this story was from like last week, and I've watched it like 20 times. I can't stop laughing. This is the FAA announcing they're investigating an incident after 2 pilots were heard meowing and woofing on an emergency aviation frequency. I'm like, dude, this would have been me. If I were flying a plane, this would have been me.
You guys. You guys.
Oh, you know what, dude?
Something funky with that, right?
My browser's still fucked. It just keeps like looping the first few seconds. Either way, they're meowing and they're woofing at each other while they're supposed to be professionals flying your airplane, only worried about your safety. They're kind of half.
As a prior aviator, I'm more bearish on it, but as a degen, I'm bullish.
Yeah. Arbitrum froze almost 31,000 ETH. This comes from which exploit? Not Drift. Oh, this comes from Yeah. Yeah, this comes from AAVE. A lot of hate on that, saying it's not decentralized, bro. It's not decentralized. To some degree, fuck decentralization if you can save, millions of dollars and just be aware of what these products are and what they're not. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, I think we got feedback from that browser.
Still? All right,
yeah. I do. Test. Okay, now it's good.
Okay. We won't share audio.
I don't know how to feel about that. I don't know if I'm bullish or bearish. I mean, I get saving funds. I don't know if I really care about the decentralization as much as I think I should.
I think that's the best place to be, man.
Yeah.
I think I'm bullish on what happened there, to be honest. So yeah, we've got Berwick Law federling a file class action suit on behalf of clients against the creators of AI16Z and Eliza OS. They were beefing with the DAOs.fun guy. It was wild. This was all in the timeline. It was Shaw saying, you're a scumbag. You launched a DAO platform and never implemented voting while we needed voting to happen to change our name because of legal pressure from A16Z. And it was just this whole like finger pointing thing. Shaw reached out to these guys and said, hey, I'd love to sue these guys. You down. Instead, Berwick Law has got this lawsuit against Shaw and AI16Z and Eliza OS. It's a clusterfuck here, but bullish on the drama. Bullish on the drama.
Bearish on legal shit.
There it is. Zeet is moving to a new chain. We don't know what chain right now, but Abstract just keeps taking hit after hit. Projects leaving them and don't know why. Don't know if it matters. I just don't know. But there it is. Zeet leaving Abstract. I think it's bearish for Abstract a bit.
Everything's bearish for Abstract. Yeah, we don't need all of these side chains L2s. We've proven we don't need them. Maybe one, but yeah.
Great consolidation happening here or something. Anna Paula Luna, Paulina Luna. If you're feeling uneasy about the amount of scientists that have gone missing, died, or recent suicides, you're correct in your intuition. Something's up. I know the GOP came out like 2 days ago saying they've been looking into it and something bad is happening. Something's bad is happening with all these missing scientists. And the theories out there are getting real interesting. I saw one yesterday on the Jesse Michaels show. He's like, look, the government employees were suggested to read this novel that came from China. And the novel was about aliens killing scientists. It's to keep them from developing out this tech that helps us either reach 0 point energy or reach the stars or whatever, but it's aliens keeping us in our place. And it could be that, or it could just be that's a cool story to cover up that our government's killing them or another government's killing them. But either way, something fucked up is going on. I think that's like undeniable now. Up to like 12 scientists that are dead or missing. Crazy shit.
Weird. Bearish on that.
Fucking bearish. Let me skip that, but Polymarket 24/7 perps. DoorDash to roll out an option to pay delivery drivers in stable coins. I like that. I do like that. I'm bullish on it.
Okay. I'd be bullish on that.
We're getting to yours here.
No, you're good.
We have wild footage from geophysicist Stefan Burns. I love this guy. Here is, now let me refresh because it's acting funny. Here's a guy who was climbing a volcano with a group of people. The volcano, let's see if this will play out. It erupts when they get to the top of it. You see like the top of the volcano like sink down where like then the lava starts bubbling up and it's launching rocks all around him. Like how fucking scary would that be to be on an active exploding volcano?
No reason to be up there.
They're right there. This thing is literally getting ready to full on explode and they're just here chilling.
Any of them die?
I don't think so. Here they're that fucking close. Jeez. I don't think any died, dude. But imagine like the scramble to get off that where rocks are raining down on you from this.
I think I'd be rolling. I don't think I'd be trying to like gingerly walk down that. I think I would just go into a roll. Okay. Bullish on that though.
Bullish on that volcano. Yeah. Okay, I saw this. This is a good one. Okay, this guy. Yeah, browser. Fuck you. This guy found a dude who was posting pictures, a certain kind of pictures about his little sister. Handled some business here. Okay, this guy is the one with the little sister. Guy creeping up is the scumbag. How do you handle that? Probably just like this, right?
Just like this.
Just like this.
Like,
What's up, bro?
Hey,
buddy.
you're the,
Hey,
you're
buddy,
that guy.
bam.
Boom.
Fuck
This is the
you.
best part. This next part. Well, I'm gonna lick you again, but not while you're on the
Stanchion.
ground.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah. Bullish as hell.
I pray to God that's how my kids would, my son would handle it too.
He would.
And he would. He would. Yeah. Bullish.
Yeah.
So bullish. What do we got? Oh, dude, this is a classic. I remember this from the like BLM's times, you know, the protests. Keep your eye on this guy here. The repent guy with the finger. It's so good.
Woof.
Look at that.
And
then
I
he
love his
points.
face after.
Oh, hey. So good.
That is
Classic
good.
bullish.
Bullish on that.
Classic. Please stop posting selfies online. I hate them. Also, whale. What is whale posting?
Well, he just all these people is like, are you in Dubai? Dubai? Not Dubai? Like, it's
What a
hilarious.
creep. Oh wow, bearish on whale. Fucking creepster, man.
It's kind of funny.
It is funny. You bullish on that?
Yeah.
Okay. We definitely have to respect content creators because this is a full-time job. Correction, this is weird. Let's see what's
Just sort of like all that's involved in putting together, like, okay, I'm going to pretend I'm getting out of bed and, oh, here I'm out of bed, and then move the camera. Now I'm going to pretend from this angle to get out of bed. It's just like the shtick.
It's so weird.
It's a lot of work, but this is all weird shit.
I've done this a little bit, you know, even like I'll do some short videos. I did one yesterday. And I'm thoughtful with the whole thing. Where am I going to walk? What's the angle I'm going to show the thing, right? Like it's, you have to script the fucking thing out. It is a lot of work. It's a lot of work, but you script it all out and you plan, okay, I'm going to say this. When I'm saying this, I'm going to move here. And at this point, I'm going to show this part and you got to get the camera at this spot. It's stupid. Content creation is stupid. I love it, but bearish. Work. This is great. We're calling these guys the liquor cabinet. That's brilliant.
I love it. I'm bullish.
So bullish. That's so good. That's
this
so
one
good.
Brought to you by Bunny. Bunny's a Kong, and he sent this one to me for bullish bearish. I said we'll get it in there. Great,
Wow.
like that's a great setup for a for a festival.
That's badass. That's really the same guy, huh? Wow.
It's the same guy. Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy. Bullish.
Yeah, I'm bullish. Oh,
Bullish.
dude, I forgot to bring my Game Boy down
What for?
for this. I was going to show off my Game Boy, but
An old school Game Boy?
what's that?
Do you have an old school Game Boy?
Yeah, it's Nikki's. It's not mine.
That's cool that she's got one.
Yeah.
Wow. Happy birthday to the one and only Game Boy released 30 fucking 7 years ago. I remember when we got ours.
Dude.
I remember.
Yeah.
37 years old. Fuck.
Bullish on that.
Oh, so bullish. What a great system. The youth, this comes from Ansem. The youth is injecting fat loss drugs, taking boner pills, smashing their faces with hammers. We're living in dark times. I'm bearish on the Ansem take. What are you?
I hadn't really thought about it. It is weird, right? It is weird. It's a weird time to be alive.
So I heard TG with a take on it yesterday. And he was saying, like, it can be weird, it can be all those things, but at least they're not millennials who are just not doing anything to improve themselves, who are just a drain on society, who can't function, can't do. And he's like, at least these guys are, even if they're misguided or whatever, they're trying to look better, be productive, just better themselves through fucked up means. But
okay,
that take, I'm like, that's fair. That's kind of fair. At least he's like, if I had to pick one of the two, it's not even close. It's these Gen Z, these fucking maniacs, whatever they are. I'm like, you know what? Yeah.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah. Bearish on the Ansem take.
What do you think about fat guys against little people in a game of football?
Yeah, let's fix that video.
Man, you are in browser hell. Look at that.
Yeah,
you got 40 tabs up.
I counted earlier. It was like 60. Yeah, it was like 60.
Boom.
Oh, this is great. Is that kids or is it actual little people?
No, those are little people.
Okay. All right.
Little people and
Save.
and
Save.
and large people. I also would watch a league that was like, I would watch a league that this was what they were bringing to the table.
Dude, there's a lot of thought that as the thing I talk about, the whole pulling back to real life and real cool experience and shit, we're going to start seeing more unique sports come out of it.
Okay.
Like pickleball's had this surge, and it's not a weird sport, but just like it's really exploded. We're going to start seeing more shit like that.
Yeah.
Stuff, different sports, weird, just cool IRL shit. I love it. Bullish as fuck on that. And
did you see this yesterday?
no.
That some of the there was a tanker that essentially they got scammed in crypto. They paid USDT to the scammers, thinking they could pass through, and then they got shot out by the IRGC.
Wow. So who did they pay USDT?
Well, what's the community notes? It wasn't community noted at the time, so maybe it's been updated.
Okay. Both Iran and Indian authorities have confirmed that no payments happened. Okay.
Well, do they mean to them or to scammers?
Not sure.
I would have been super bullish if we were getting, scammers in the Straits of Hormuz.
Okay. Yeah, they're saying just the whole thing's fake.
Well,
whatever. Let's pretend.
Sorry, I'm always going to get one wrong.
Well, I mean, if it didn't happen yet, now this gave somebody an idea. Now somebody's going to go out there in a little speedboat and go scam.
It's too bad. I was actually really fucking bullish on that.
It's pretty great. Pretty great. Good shit. I got to shout out my boy Anthony, who's got a drop coming to Fellowship next week. 611s. Great artist, great dude, great producer, done cool shit. Give him a follow. Cuts that flow. Great fucking guy. Think he's about to come up here. So give him a follow.
Okay.
Keep your eyes out for next week. Definitely go back here to the CyberKongs account and give us a follow over there too. God damn. I'm getting excited about what's coming, man. I'm just getting there.
I'm happy for you.
I want you there, dude. I want you there.
I'm not there yet, but I'll come around.
V1s will do it. V1s are going to shoot up to 3 ETH coming up here soon. And that's going to be the first little tingle that maybe there's something real going on. Maybe. We'll see. Any final words, Henry?
Go and do good things, people, and keep doing good things and believe in yourself and believe in everyone else who believes in themselves.
God damn, that was beautiful.
And Gorilla JPEGs. Yes.
Real fucking quick. What is this thing people have been putting in the chat? And I think I saw you tweet this earlier in the week too. There's like a, there we go.
Farm?
Yeah. What the fuck is this?
Dude, this is just what retarded people do.
What is it?
Go in monkey business and you'll see. We're officially at 39.25 farm. Dude, it's just a thing that people do for no reason. It does nothing, but it helps us protect monkey business by staying active. So we just farm. Dude, that's it. We've had 3,925 messages of farm, and it's just a farm. We're just farming.
Got it.
We're not farming anything. We're just.
It's low. You're fucking. It's low.
Nobody stopped it. So instead, we've just been going for weeks saying farm.
Sequential order. Like if I come in now, I'm like 4209 farm.
Well, right now we're at 30. If you went in now, you would say 3926 farm.
In monkey biz.
Yeah, and it needs to be no space in between the numbers and farm. Otherwise, and dude, we had it where we were fucked up on our numbers and we went back like 170 spots because somebody missed one and people continued it. And we had to go back and start at the actual last correct place and do it over again. There you go.
Just got mine in.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm in farming.
Just farming the farm, man. Just staying active. Farming.
Good shit. Guys, have a great week. Up only soon. I'm about to go out morel hunting, I think. So I can't wait. Guys, we'll see you back here. Same time, same place. Have a good one. We love you. Ooh.
Goodbye.